Alright guys, this is going to be a very nice matchup in my opinion. This is on the map Hitchhiker. This game will be played for the Dom OSL Star League. This is Song Byung-gu, otherwise known as StOrk, versus Shin Hee-sung, otherwise known as UpMagiC. And this is on the map Hitchhiker, as I've said before. This is going to be a very exciting matchup. I'll go a little bit through the background of both these players. UpMagiC is a very great Terran player. He's at the bottom right of this map right now. And what I'd like to say about him is he's very much known for his innovative builds and his off-the-top strategies. And he has had an impressive 7-0 versus Protoss so far. So he might be able to win this, even though StOrk is a very nice player as well. StOrk is known for his proxies, cheese builds, and hidden tech builds, though I haven't seen many of them lately. His record right now is 17-4 in this. So we're going to see a definitely great matchup right here. UpMagiC, he plays like a magician, so the nickname Magician definitely fits him very well. And I'll have to say about this map, this is a pretty nice map. There's 3 entrances to the enemy's base, but 2 of them are blocked by neutral buildings, which you have to get past. And this is a little bit of a Terran favored map, with all this high ground surrounding the middle, which is the main path in early game to the enemy. We see right now StOrk is going around with this probe. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's going to do a proxy, or not a proxy, maybe a hidden tech build. Actually, he's going to be expanding right now. So in the last game that I uploaded, it was StOrk versus Leda. I'm a little bit surprised with this because he's been it's pretty greedy to get such an early expansion. He's gonna have to defend very well, but if he is able to defend it well enough, he will be able to reap the advantages of having an early expansion. Now we see right now UpMagiC is doing a 2 barracks build. This is a very innovative build, as I've said before. He definitely likes to do these. This is because Marines usually aren't used in a Terran versus Protoss matchup. The main things that are used are mech and siege tanks, which is usually the main stuff that happens. Now, not sure if UpMagiC will realize that there's something going on right now in StOrk space. StOrk has gotten a pretty late assimilator because he had to spend money on that that Nexus, and the probe that StOrk has in UpMagiC space is going to be killed by those 2 Marines, and it looks like it is dead, but it probably did scout those 2 barracks that it saw. So I'm not sure if this is going to do anything to change StOrk's play. Command center going up for StOrk right now. This leads me to believe that he will expand quite early. And there is a forge also, so we're going to see some cannons definitely for defense. Now, we see StOrk doing some pretty strange stuff, and we also see UpMagiC doing some strange stuff. In these types of matchups, the players beforehand usually play and train against the same matchup and the same strategy a lot to try and get the best strategy against the strategy they believe that their opponent will do. So this is why innovative builds work quite well, because they screw the opponent's tactics up, because they usually don't train for different types of tactics like this. So I don't know what that barracks is doing. It's lifting over to that side. He might be able to land it over there, and but the expansion for StOrk has been scouted, and the cybernetics core is finally going up for StOrk. And StOrk has placed a cannon at his choke, or his ramp. I really like this because it's good for defense, because he may be expecting a rush from UpMagiC, because rushes by Marines can work quite well in early game, especially if you can micro against Zealots. And so that's probably why he put a cannon up there, because if UpMagiC possibly did rush, he would have a little bit of defense there. So it's a very good idea to get some extra defense. And we see a robotics facility going up right now. I also like this robotics facility placement as well, because if there was a scan from UpMagiC, usually they scan on the Nexus because that's where most of the tech buildings are. But I believe that if he scans on the Nexus, that the site of the scanner won't be able to see that robotics facility right now. I also like the placement of his other tech buildings because UpMagiC doesn't really know what tech StOrk has right now. He hasn't even seen the cybernetics core yet, so he probably already assumes that he has gone Dragoons, but he can never be too sure. This is also a very good tactic by UpMagiC right now. He's expanding, but he's already established a little bit of defense right ahead of there with that bunker. And this is going to be good because you really don't want to lose an expansion early game. So that's just a little bit of what is going on right now. So right now we're probably going to see a lot of stuff going on right now. The robotic support bay is coming up right now. That is in the range of a scanner sweep if it is scanned there. So it's not as good as a position, but it's still may be able to catch UpMagiC off guard. The reason Reavers are going to work quite well in this matchup is because Reavers do splash damage and kill Marines very effectively. Marines really can't do too much against Reavers because they just die too fast to them. Mass Dragoons also work quite well against Marines, but even so, Marines, and once they have stim, deal tons of damage, so it's always good to have some extra Reavers to do some damage. We see the first tank has come out for UpMagiC, and UpMagiC is also getting his engineering bay up. This engineering bay is going to be used for turrets, which will be able to block the Reavers, so I'm not sure if he did scan that Reaver tech. He will probably make some turrets very shortly, and maybe he's just getting that for upgrades. But I'd like to say that the Marines are very ideal support unit. Yeah, those are the turrets. The Marines are very ideal support units to tanks and mech because they have anti-air attacks. Vultures and tanks do not have those abilities. They also have the ability to take a lot of damage. They get to suck up some damage from those Dragoons. Since Dragoons have explosive damage, I'm not sure if it's explosive, but it does do less damage to Marines, only 10 damage to Marines in small units. So that's why this is pretty good.